Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Katie Burke. I'm so excited to share this video with you guys today. This is something that every time I look at this process, I'm like, why am I not doing this every single night? I go through phases of this where I get like really into this for like 2 or 3 weeks and things are like boom, 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 like manifesting and popping up in my life and it's just like magic. And then for whatever reason, I stopped doing it. So I'm making this video to bring you guys in to what works for me when I'm working on manifesting and I'm working on like moving some energy really quickly. Maybe you can relate to that. I want to bring you step by step exactly what I do. I am a person that I really like rituals. I really like when I do things exactly the same way every time. I like for my nightly routine to be like the same exact thing. I'm a big routine person. I think that it really like works really beautifully with our subconscious, and I think once we get into routines, it's just super powerful and really magnifies the work that we're doing. So let's talk about how to manifest overnight. Super powerful practices. If you guys are not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Ring the bell so you're getting notifications when these videos are coming out. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram too. I'm kind of keeping everybody updated more like in my day-to-day life and different, different practices that I'm working through, just what I'm doing on my journey too. So go ahead and follow me there. So let's start with my first tip for manifesting overnight. At the end of the day, to turn your Wi-Fi off. You guys, we're electricity, okay? We are electromagnetic fields just like stuffed into these little human bodies. And Wi-Fi and electronic smog, that digital kind of stuff that's around, you guys, it has a big impact. It really does. And when we're talking about like really manifesting quickly, if you want to do everything in your power, turn the Wi-Fi off, get the Bluetooth away in your bedroom. Like, do not be sleeping with any of that EMF situations, okay? Like, get rid of it. Just turn it off. I mean, obviously, I use all that stuff during the day. I try not to as often as I can, but it's life. So, but like an hour before bed, go ahead and turn that stuff, just unplug it, okay? Like completely unplug it. If we all did this, can you imagine like how much better we would all sleep, and just like, it would just pass this video on like to your neighbor, and maybe drop a little hint that they could turn it off too. But this is truly, like, I'm not kidding, this is really important. Like, turn the Wi-Fi off. It's going to make everything else that we're going to talk about here a lot more potent and a lot more powerful. As you're winding down for the day, the last 30 minutes to an hour before you go to sleep, really go, like, get into your body, get into your self-care routine, read a book, do not be on your phone, give your eyes some rest, really. And I know that this is kind of basic stuff, but are you doing it? Like, are you doing it? But this is absolutely essential for me when I am really getting clear and like moving into my manifestation. This whole process, it assists it, okay? So 30 to 60 minutes before bed, come into your body, do a little bit of stretching, clear your energy, do a little bit of writing, whatever that is. Turn the lights a little bit lower, just like if you can just have like only candles around, that's so helpful. And then set your intentions for your sleep time. You guys, we are laying there for hours, okay? Our consciousness is still like, it's still, conscious. So we need to really be intentional and work on those, spelling it out exactly what it is that you want to manifest before you go to bed. I think writing it down is awesome, but activating your voice and this powerful little tool that you've got here, it's not little, it's incredibly, your throat chakra, it's the creator, okay? It's super connected to your womb space. This is where, when you're speaking, reality is obeying and shifting in accordance to what you are saying out loud. So I love the practice of writing things down and bringing that, bringing our consciousness into the physical in that way. But what if you really want to manifest overnight and you want to start seeing like some miracles happen in your life? I'm not kidding. Speak them out loud. Speak your manifestations. Speak the things that you are calling in before you go to sleep. It's really helpful. Ben and I actually do this every night. We get into, yeah, most nights we do this. We just, before we fall asleep, we ask each other, what is your intention for sleeping? And this is our opportunity to really speak out loud what our intention is for our dream time, and when we wake up in the morning, how we want to be feeling about that, what we're, you know, calling into our reality, and what we're stepping into really quickly. So taking that moment and to be seen by someone is really cool. But just to say it out loud, like say it. Trust me. Okay, and then while you're sleeping, I really like working with subliminal meditations, specifically when it comes to self-worth and money. I find those to be really helpful sometimes, especially if I'm just really needing some extra support. I'll bring those in and I will listen to those. I also really like listening to tones or binaural beats. I don't recommend doing this all the time. I don't think it's good to get like stuck into this sort of like habit, or like you don't want to be dependent on, you know, needing to listen to something at night. But if you're just, you know, if you need that extra support, I do think that those are really helpful tools to lean into, especially if your mental body is just feeling way on overdrive. Then, you know, lean on that support. Use subliminals, use binaural beats, use tones at night while you're sleeping. Make sure though that you do actually listen to the especially if you're listening to like spoken word subliminals. So if it's something about money or whatever, you want to make sure you actually listen to that during the day. Make sure that you're okay with like you're programming your subconscious with all of these beliefs. It's really important that there's not something weird in there, or just like not masterful, or not like really well done. We want like the best of the best for you. So just make sure you listen to it, maybe, you know, during the day at work, or just as you're going around, and make sure it's one that you're actually like comfortable with it, and not just comfortable, but like really excited about all of those new beliefs being like programmed into your subconscious while you sleep, and rewriting some patterns. So you have your beautiful night of sleep, and then you get up in the morning. And what I would really recommend when you're in that when you're like focused on manifestation, when you wake up, if there were any dreams that you have, that you get your phone, you turn your Wi-Fi on. While you're doing that, you use your voice recorder app and talk to yourself about any dreams that you had, because they're really and they're like sand through your fingers, right? They just disappear so quickly. But if you just get in that habit of using your voice recorder and just kind of talking through some of the things that you remember from your dream time, that might come into play later. So it's just good to like keep track of that. And I find that to just be helpful if there's something that, you know, if I need some help on some guidance on like where to go next. Maybe there was a message in my dream time a few nights ago, and I can go back to my voice recorder and just like listen to what direction I was being given while I was sleeping. I will say too, something I've personally tried, you may want to try it out. If you have any specific guides that you're working with, galactic family, you know, anybody that just beings of light that feel really nourishing to you, and you want to invite them in to work with you during your dream time, that is also really helpful. Just to help with any clearing, any healing, DNA upgrades. You can ask for so many things from your guides, and I just want to encourage that little extra bonus reminder that you can, you know, invite their support in too while you're sleeping, to help align you with exactly what it is that you're manifesting. Now, my last tip, and oh man, this is so, when I get into this groove, things are so happening for me, is having the oath of manifestation in my bathroom, like up by the mirror. So as I'm getting ready, when I'm brushing my teeth, or just like getting ready for the day, the oath of manifestation is one of the first things that I'm stepping into during the day. Now, there might be others that you're excited about, or you could write your own oath of manifestation, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, this one's really good and it really has worked for me. So there's a little bit of like, oh, why fix it? You know, like it's not broke, so let's just like use this one. I really like it, especially because there's a line in it at the end that I always have to like kind of just like get through, because it's so joyful and it's so like exuberant and like happy that's not how I always feel first thing in the morning. So I really like the Oath of Manifestation because it really helps line me up with just like a really beautiful vibration first thing in the day, feeling really grateful, feeling very open, feeling very humble. And that's just how I like to flow through my day. The other thing I will say when it comes to manifestation, of course, I'm sure you guys already know this, but what has just been really helpful for me too is that after I speak something, it's released, and I don't hold too much of my identity or attachment into that exact thing manifesting. I just have a general frequency and vibration and vitality and like a feeling that I'm inviting in, and not so much the exact specifics. Although I'm not saying don't get specific, I'm saying don't be attached to the super specific things. I'm saying, you know, I ask for very, very specific things all the time. Follow that guidance to step into that as quickly as possible. But what I'm saying is that it is just going to be really nice and easy on your emotional body and your mental body if there's just a nice exhale and surrender that comes with this entire process. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my process around this. This is exactly what we do. Are there other things that you're doing? I want to know in the comments, what sort of magic are you working like in this whole evening routine, manifesting overnight? What's working for you? Are you using like any flower essences or other tools that I need to know about? Please leave those in the comments. I want to know. It would be really fun to do an updated version of this if this process does evolve for me. So let me know what's working for you or what you found helpful in this video. What are you going to be trying out? Please make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell. Follow me on Instagram. I'm sharing so much of my process there as well, and it would be so fun to connect with you. I also want to remind you guys, if you haven't downloaded that social media cord cutting ceremony, it's so good. You can get it for free on my website. That link is below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for being here, and happy manifesting.